Hey Floor, hey Nala, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys have a good time here. I was kind of worried no one would come in and I'd be all alone. Hey Gracie, glad you're here too. Hey Wolf, welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you around, so welcome newcomer. Just dance. Thank you, Nala. Sorry, I hear a Lady Gaga song playing over my earbuds over there. What you want with my body? I saw your newest video, Nala. The one where you're just like, I'm so cool. The person in the video, I couldn't see their face, but I'm assuming that it was you. Hey K4747, welcome. Yeah, I know this is not my usual streaming day, but like the title says, it's another makeup stream because the last 2 times I was supposed to stream, I couldn't. No, I'm not tired. I mean, I guess I am just a little bit, but I'm more sad than tired. But my mom got me some new clothing. Like this tank top is brand new. And so are these capris. My mom didn't want me wearing these today because they don't match, because they're like two different patterns. But I honestly think they look pretty good. Just shows how little I know about fashion. I mean, I don't waste my time thinking about what fashion I'm to wear next, unless I'm freaking out over a t-shirt or something that has a video game character I like on it. Well, I'm moving soon and I don't want that to happen. But my mom says that when we move, we're just going to temporarily put our dish and our internet on hold. And since we don't know where we're going to go, I'm probably not going to have constant internet for a while. And what really puts me down in the dumps is that at 5 o'clock from now on, every day, we're going to go over to my mom's boyfriend's house and help him clean up. Well, I hope you get those shirts in time. I'll have a deadline be watching Sonic Underground because I've recently rediscovered my liking for that show. But I did promise that I would stream tonight, and well, I want to keep that promise. I'm not. I'm glad you are, K4747, but I'm not. Besides, I have several internet obligations. Am I being selfish, though? Am I just not thinking about my real life? Am I just too busy thinking about my internet life? I mean, the internet is part of my life, but I don't know. I guess I I just don't want to leave. I mean, I don't have a choice. And another thing that really ticks me off is that my mom is not here. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem, but she left me the task of, like, packing up a lot of stuff that's upstairs in the living room when I just don't know how to do that. I mean, seriously. How am I supposed to know what to pack up and what not to pack up and what goes in a box and what goes in its own box? I can't do that without her. I mean, I knew how to do it with my room because my room is my room. Well, I hope you have fun doing that. And again, my name is not spelled with a Y, it's spelled with 2 E's at the end. Of glory, moment of truth, I'm on the edge with you. God, their mouths are so big. Well, that's because it's not how the name is normally spelled, but I've met other Emilys in my day where their names weren't spelt like that either. Yes, I think that to myself every day. Why did I grab out the color orange? I don't even need orange. This is the last page of part 1 of chapter 4. So when I get this page colored, I'm still going to work on the other pages that I've already sketched, but when the stream ends, I'm going to get the last few pages posted, and then I'm going to start putting together part 1 of chapter 4. God, the point that Flaky is making right now on this page is so accurate. I feel really sad right now, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I really, really don't want to move, and I don't have a choice. And what really makes me upset is that we don't even know where we're gonna go, and I do not want to go back to living with my mom's boyfriend. That was absolute hell. They argued a whole freaking lot. It was like nightmare fuel. I almost got hurt. I got hurt one time on one of their arguments. And they freaking pulled my baby sister, because at the time we started living with him, my sister was still a baby. At the time we started living with him, they were pulling her back and forth, and she was still a baby. And they argued the night before my birthday, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't get enough sleep, and I missed practically a whole day of school, but I went anyway. And like I said, I got hurt one time when they were arguing. I was sitting on the bed holding my sister. She was still a baby at the time, and they were arguing right in front of us in my room. And then he kicked this backpack thing that was made of hard plastic, and the backpack kind of ricocheted off the wall, and then I covered my sister so she wouldn't get hit, and I kind of got hit in the back of the head. It wasn't really serious, but it still hurt. Now, my mom tells me I should let it all go because that was years ago, but, well, since they started arguing again. All I know. Yes, I have tried asking my mom where we're going, and she says she doesn't know. And she says she doesn't know where we're going, and she says we're probably going to have to move back in with her boyfriend, Steven. And I do not want to move back in with him. If we move back in with him, I'm probably going to have to go through the same shit that I went through, and I am not doing that. I would rather die. I've honestly considered running away a few times. I guess no matter what happens, I just have nowhere to go. Oh, fuck. I'm sure anything's possible with the power of friendship, apparently, according to some people. I feel that walking has become another chore. I don't think I can go on walking anymore. Forgive me for those words, I know they're but a cliche to you, but life is tiring, my feet are feeling sore. I wish that I could have a bit of time to heal the ache, it's growing stronger all the time. But I know time stops for nobody, let alone me, and so I go inevitably. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whenever things are going rather happily, it turns out life is just playing a trick on me. It's slightly shameful to admit the truth, I end up in tears, and so returns the same old melancholy. I miss when life was just simplicity, and misery wasn't always chasing after me. It's pretty obvious now, I should have left my regret, but I held on to it so foolishly. Maybe I overact a bit, it hasn't destroyed me yet, has it? But everything I desire is always just too far to get. Honestly, it's just me, brainlessly, so silly, always hoping for good to be. If that's the case, then just hear my plea. Pick me up and drop me into unfaltering sleep. They say to look hard for a solution, but wouldn't that depend on the person? So I could never know, I could never believe a word anyone says. I know that everyone has their hardships. It's fairly clear to me that I'm not alone, but how is it that they can just leave them? I just don't know at all. I'll give nothing up. Often I'm told I need to clean up my act, although maturity is something I lacked. And so when some simple little problems arise, I overthink them over and over again. It seems that the world is just a troublesome place, so sometimes I think that I should just end the pain. You're sick, aren't you, dear? I'm sick of the tears. Why can't everything just end simply? Everything I aspire to be is nothing that will become of me. If my expectations are too far-fetched, then just what am I to do? Give a sign, a reason not to die. Give me a chance to prove my worth. I constantly search for a place to cry. Why won't these tears just stop pouring from my eyes? It's hard to constantly think it's hard to constantly think of the same things. It's just unnecessary to think too much. You always told me stars would guide me back home, although they only show at night. You always showed me so much kindness. I don't deserve it. I have failed you too much. I think my tiny heart is going to split. Just leave it be for now. Step back from me, please leave me be. The so deceitful road that I stumble on is never going to end. It's getting difficult to maneuver, and it's just worthless to try and run away. So I'll just hold my hands over my ears and block out all this noise. How can I live not knowing what life is? Sometimes my dreams seem to be more realistic. Obviously, I can't be called happy. Then what am I after all? Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You feel like making music, Sue? And hey, Sue, I just realized that that rapper that you're sad about dying, it's not, it's XXX Tennessean whatever. I can't pronounce their name. I'm sorry. I just realized it's that rapper you're talking about. I thought you were talking about a completely different rapper. I am so sorry about the confusion. Yes, that is a pupperino. It's my puppy, Misty. Misty, come here. Come here, Misty Moo. Don't just wag your tail at me. Actually move. Jeez. You're so lazy. Hey, give Mama some sugar. Give me some kisses. Come on. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're my pupper. You're Mama's pupper. Yes, you're my pupper. I love you. I love you so much. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, Misty Moo is my baby. Even though it was Mom's idea to adopt her, she's totally my baby. Sometimes I feel like a servant because my sister is like, she's so bossy and demanding. She's always just like she's always just like, make me some green beans. Throw this away from me. Gimme. Ugh. She commands me. And she is 6 years old. If anything, I should be commanding her. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Oh, here's my other baby. Come here. Come here, Looser Goop. Oh my gosh, look at you. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so adorable and you're fuzzy. You're a fuzzy little pupper. You're a floof pupper. Pupper poo. Baby boo. Yeah, ew, don't lick me. Your breath reeks. I love you, but your breath is atrocious. Oh, look at you. Mm-hmm. Don't mind me, I'm just giving this pup some love. Like, ew, gross. Well, I can't say I blame you. They do love getting pets. I mean, it would take them a while to get used to you, but I'm sure they would love for you to pet them. Especially Misty. She's a lot easier when it comes to warming up to people instantly. Oh man, I love how you smell, Lucy. My dogs have a special scent on them that I've recognized for years because they're my puppies. I've known Lucy since the day she was born. I named her. I claim her. She's my puppy. Wait, but they don't know the truth. My heart's crippled by the pain that I keep on closing. Oh, you cut me open and I keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love, keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. Hello. Hello, gaming profile. Hard to believe I'll be wearing these scars for everyone to see. Sorry, I get passionate about those classic songs. That song is a classic for me because I listened to it all the time as a child. Hey, Anela's just a little kid. Sorry, I might have made your ears bleed. But I don't care what they say, I'm in love with you. They try to pull me away, but they don't know the truth. My heart's crippled by the pain that I keep on closing. Oh, you cut me open and I keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding, love. Man, I have another song on my mind right now. It's called Dad's Song by a band called Set It Off. I mean, it's a different song compared to what they would normally sing because it's a very sad, very emotional song. It was made in honor of one of the band members' dads who had passed away. I know the entire song by heart, although I haven't sang it in a while. It goes like, do you believe in happiness? endings or the mendings of human hearts. Oh, I believe in both, I'm certain, because these curtains are state of the art. If you'd occasionally happen to spy on me, you'd think I'm having one-sided conversations, but I hear him talking back. You'd think I may even lack some sanity, but maybe I can't let go, and so I'll say I finally wrote your song at last. Sorry that this one came out so sad. Every tear I had was shed for the man that gave me a better sense of life and meaning to motivate. There's no shortcuts to success. I'll wait for his guiding hands, my guardian angel, until the very end. I see a cold seat on the couch where I remember that just 4 years ago, around December, you sat me down and held me next to you so close. How I long for things to be restored to back when times weren't quite this hard. In the car, that song you sang to me never rang so loud before. Oh, what I'd give for just another hug from you. You may be gone, but love will never die. Oh my gosh, it's such a good song. It's so, so beautiful. I especially love the ending verse. It's so emotional. Anyway, hey Sugar Cookie, welcome. Man, it feels so good to have all my regulars coming in. The stream just isn't the same without you guys. I can't have a stream without my chatters. And Nala, about your earlier question, yes, you can call me Emily Sama. You can call me whatever you want as long as it makes sense and it doesn't offend anyone and it doesn't hurt my feelings. Yeah, okay. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can find another you in a minute. So don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. That song is called Irreplaceable by Beyonce. I love Beyonce. Her voice is so beautiful. You guys ever heard of a singer called Mariah Carey? Dang, can she hit the high notes. She can just go like, kind of like that, only it's more beautiful when she does it. Found it! Well, what time is it where you are, Sugar Cookie? Well, unless you have school tomorrow, I'd say you can stay up until probably 11. Although I'm not your parent, so I don't know what their rules are. I have some chocolate rocks. They look like actual rocks. Yep, that's me, alright. Well, you just do whatever you want, Sugar. Oh my gosh, I can freaking hear I'm sexy and I know it playing on my earbuds. The music video for that song makes me extremely uncomfortable because the dude is literally wearing a revealing Speedo and he's doing these sexy thrusts. But the song is amazing. I saw a really hilarious parody of it called "I'm Sexy and I'm Homeless" by Bart Baker. It's one of his older parodies. No, I didn't. I forgot to. I really need to like write these things down, even though I'm probably gonna forget that I wrote them down. I'm a very forgetful person. I forget my reminders. That's how pathetic I am. One of my favorite memes is the Pusher meme. I just love how it's just like, you can try to smooth me, and then it's just like, ah. It's so fun to listen to. I saw a really good Steven Universe one with Aquamarine. Look at the baby's face. Look at the baby's face. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. He's a baby. He's my baby. You can't have him. Did I seriously forget to grab out brown and red? I did. Oh, bipolar. I don't recall ever watching a bipolar meme. I mean, maybe I did a long time ago and I don't remember, but I don't exactly remember how it goes. Baby. Flippy is a baby, even though he's literally like almost 22 years old. Hello, our money. Welcome back. Yeah, I just call him a floof baby, even though he's like almost 22 years old at this point in the comic. He and Flaky are 3 years apart in age, and he's older than her. I have yet to see a Happy Tree Friends fanfiction where someone portrays Flaky as the older one. Hello, Pamela Den. Welcome. Welcome back, I mean, sorry. What song is that? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's Thrift Shop, I'm sorry. I was just like, what is this song that's playing on my MP3 player over here? I don't recognize it, okay? I'm just like, what song is this? I know I recognize it. Is it? And then I'm just like, oh, it's Thrift Shop. Oh, I'm doing okay, Pamela. I mean, I'm starting to forget why I'm upset. Like, just living in the moment. You just they'd be like, oh, that Gucci, that's hella tight. I'm like, yo, that's $50 for a t-shirt. I used to be able to rap this song flawlessly, but then I stopped listening to it, and, well, I've kind of forgot the lyrics. If you guys don't know, it's Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Flippy or Bendy? That's a tough one. I mean, Bendy puts up a good fight, but so does Flippy. They both put up a good fight. I don't know. They're probably evenly matched. My friend Bendy the Dancing Demon and I have this crossover thing on Amino. We call it the Ask Blog crossover, and it mainly features my AU and her AU for Bendy and the Ink Machine, and also Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It mainly centers around Flippy, Flickpy, Flaky, Bendy, Boris, Alice, Tony, and Paige, also known as the Notebook from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And Tony, of course, from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. My friend Bendy the Dancing Demon is a really, really big Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared fan. I've only watched the first, second, and fifth one. I love searching up reaction videos for the fifth one, and I love watching people react to the duck character getting his organs eaten by a giant can. I always thought that her name was Notepad, and actually, according to the wiki, it's just Notepad and it doesn't have a gender. When someone asked about the gender, they said its gender is paper, but my friend Bendy the Dancing Demon, she calls the Notepad, she calls her Paige. That's what the fandom calls her. And she portrays Notepad as a girl. And she ships Tony, the talking clock, and Paige, the Notepad. Have you guys ever been on the internet and you've come across children's drawings that look really, really creepy? Sometimes I can't even believe that a kid would draw something like that. I really just think that it's just some freaking adult mimicking a child's drawing style, and then they just draw the creepiest possible things. Like, I don't think a child would ever draw a drawing showing that their teacher is an atheist. Heck, I didn't even know what an atheist was until, like, I don't even know, but I definitely did not know such a word when I was a kid. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this one drawing. I can't tell you about it because I'm afraid that YouTube's gonna freaking can me or whatever, but like, seriously, it was so funny. It was like this freaking Buzz Lightyear drawing, and the drawing was great. It was actually a really good drawing of Buzz Lightyear, but it's supposed to say, I am Buzz Lightyear, I come in peace, but the child apparently misspelt come and peace, so it just it just looked like it said I come as in cum, and then peace was accidentally spelled as pie, so I am Buzz Lightyear, I come in pies. It's so freaking funny. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure you can find it on Google Images somewhere. I found it in a video on the Fine Brothers channel. I saw that drawing too, Nineball Gracie. I saw that freaking drawing too. It's so hilarious. It's really one of the funniest things ever. Speaking of funny things, let's talk about some funny Happy Tree Friend stuff. You guys, You guys ever like see on Amino, those of you guys who come from the Happy Tree Friends Amino, you guys ever notice that like if you freeze frame their faces just right, their eyes and mouth will often look so distorted and weird because it's like the framing on the animation. Norm, I kind of get sick of seeing those jokes around, but honestly, I can't be bothered to complain because if it makes people happy, then, well, why should I intervene? I mean, after all, it's not like I'm their mother telling them to stop it or anything. Just like, you do you, I'll do me. You don't get me sometime? Alright. And what's another, like, what's a death in Happy Tree Friends that just made you laugh? Like, the death that just made you absolutely freaking lose it. Like, what death in Happy Tree Friends do you find absolutely hilarious? Because I once saw a guy, the Incredible Greek, react to the episode Aw Shucks. And the mole's death in that episode really made him laugh. Like, he practically wheezed. And it was so funny. The Incredible Greek Media is my favorite person that reacts to Happy Tree Friends episodes. Like, I call him the king of Happy Tree Friends reactions. And for a while, I was sad that he stopped doing them, and I was even more sad when he said he was just going to stop doing reaction videos altogether. But then he returned to do reaction videos every now and then, and it's pretty good. Because seriously, reaction videos are so much fun. I honestly hate when people copyright claim them or block them in another person's country. Yes. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Like, seriously, Floor? I saw that in some of the older episodes, Mime made small noises like and bleh. Remember when in that trick-or-treating episode when he went trick-or-treating and Lumpy's scythe accidentally sliced his head off, he made that like bleh sound. But I honestly like nowadays in the new seasons where like it's just even more funny because even when he's in pain, he's not screaming. Like he has to be a very dedicated mime in order to do that cuz even mimes will scream when they are in pain. That's one of the reasons why in my alternate universe I made him physically unable to speak. And another thing about that is that he's just gotten so used to not talking that he's afraid that if he screams while he's afraid that if he screams even while he's in pain, it will hurt. Cuz like I said, his vocal cords are damaged and if he tries to speak, especially if he tries too hard, it will hurt, okay? It will hurt him a lot, okay? Russell's waifu. I love Giggles's old voice actress. What was her first voice actress? What was her name? Dana Belbin. Dana Belbin. I think that was her name. Dana Belbin. Uh, Dana Belbin. Yeah, that episode is not very desirable to me. I mean, yeah, it's funny, but like fart jokes are just one of the lowest forms of humor. I'm not gonna bash that episode too much because, well, I don't want to bash the show. Like, potty humor is just like the lowest form of comedy. I mean, it works in some cases, but it's just really not that funny. And the fact that people laugh at it means that they seriously have no idea what any other form of comedy is. It just means that they'll laugh at anything, even when it's absolutely not funny. Those jokes are not really all that funny. Oh, me too, Gracie. I mean, I'm a little less impressed with the episode Breaking Wind. Because the reason why I don't really like Breaking Wind a whole lot is because it makes fun of Twilight, and I don't like it when people make fun of Twilight. It's just like it's not even clever because number one, I like Twilight, and number two, it's just not even funny at this point. Okay, yeah, we get it. Twilight sucks. We get it. Middle school called. They want their freaking joke back. Like, seriously, no, it's not even middle school. That's elementary school. That's kindergarten humor. Like, making fun of Twilight is not even funny anymore. It wasn't funny before, and it's not funny now. It's just mean. And what really pisses me off about people who make fun of Twilight, like the Twilight Saga movies, is that they say real vampires don't sparkle, real vampires don't Well, how do you know what a real vampire does? Have you ever met one YouTube commenter? Huh? How do you know what a real vampire does? You don't know what a real vampire is like. We've never met a real vampire. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting too into this, but seriously, it just makes me so mad! And I can't rant to other people because then they give me their opinions, and I don't want to hear their opinions. It's not that I don't care about their opinions, but I just don't want to hear them in the moment. Emu, Emmy, Emma, Emily. I don't know, you could just call me Floof Mom. Everyone always keeps calling me Floof Mom, Floofy, Fluffy, Fluff, blah, blah. Oh, it is? Wow, that's an awesome coincidence. What a quinky dink. Floof Emmy. Anyway, let's look for the colors I need. Aqua green. Rah! I can never find what I'm looking for. Rah! Rah! Wait. Okay. Rah! Come on, I just found that color. You're really gonna make me lose it just like that? Oh, you are playing a dangerous game. Alright, this should make it just a little easier. Where? Yes! Found it! Sorry, I got a little too into that. I seriously have a problem. Also, I was rewatching an old PewDiePie Let's Play today. It was his Let's Play of Conker's Bad Fur Day. I love Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I actually have a friend on Amino who likes Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, Conker's Bad Fur Day was like, apparently it was like a classic, and it's really offensive, and it has so many movie references in it. Like, there are references to Clockwork Orange, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, The Godfather. What's another movie it references? Oh yeah, The Exorcist. Oh my gosh. There's like a scene in the game where the freaking creepy girl turns her head completely around and then says, "Do you know what your fucking daughter did?" I've never seen The Exorcist. I know some things about it, and apparently it's really creepy. Hey Marissa, welcome. No, I'm not possessed. Yeah, it looks so kid-friendly, especially with the graphics and all that, but I don't know why I'm just instantly attracted to wolf in sheep's clothing things. Yeah, but baby, there you go again, making me love you. Yeah, I stopped using my head, let it all go. Got you stuck on my body like a tattoo. Classic Maroon 5 song. It's a really good song. My grandma loves Maroon 5, even though there's like not 5 members in the band. Last time I checked, there were 6. It's kind of weird that their name is Maroon 5, even though there's like 6 members in the band. Last time I checked, anyway. Then the lead singer, Adam Levine. He was once the sexiest man alive, according to People's Magazine. And then Chris Hemsworth, the one who plays Thor in the Marvel movies, he was the sexiest man alive. And dang, I can't argue with that. Chris Hemsworth, he is a hot piece of work. Hey, I'm a teenage girl. Don't judge me. I'm going to be attracted to hot, muscular men. Even though I have a boyfriend. Plants vs. Zombies. I've only heard of Plants vs. Zombies. I haven't ever played it. People recommend stuff to me and sometimes I just forget. I'm not doing it to be mean, but like, seriously, I'm a very forgetful person. I'd forget my hair if it wasn't attached to my head. Well, don't roll too far away, Marissa. In this world where life is strong, in this world life's an open book, in his world where compromise does not exist, in his world of worlds every step meets the risk. That's a Sonic song. It's from a Sonic game. I think it's from the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's more commonly known around the fandom as Sonic 06. And I just dropped my pencil. Great. Oh no, Gracie rolled away. Come back. Now who's going to remember to quote me every time I say something that's extremely memorable, but not really because it's dumb? Daylight comes, I'll have to go, but tonight I need to hold you so close. Yeah, anyway, I was saying, my friend Copper on the Amino, he's a really, he really likes Conker's Bad Fur Day. I forgot that I had ever said that. Oh my god, that's so creepy. I sounded so creepy. Why did you have to bring back that quote of all things? Oh my god, no. That's so embarrassing. I can't believe that I ever said that. That's so creepy. I'm so creepy. I'm disgusting. Don't look at me. God, my body is so ugly. Every part of me is just fat. But seriously, I forgot that I had ever said that. Did I really say that I wanted to mount his floof on my wall? Well, it's really dark out where I am right now. It is 10:57. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. That's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. Whoa. I love the way you lie. It's called Love the Way You Lie by Rihanna. I mean, it's by Eminem and Rihanna. There's also I think it focuses on the abusive and toxic relationship between a boyfriend and a girlfriend and how the boyfriend refuses to let the girl go, and any guy who ever comes near her automatically gets his fist treatment. Not like that though. Please don't take that out of context. I mean that he beats shit out of them, and he says that if she ever tries to leave, he'll tie her to the bed and he'll set the house on fire while she's in there. So basically, if he can't have her, then no one can. Well, I am actually. I miss my nutty figurine. It's packed away in a box though. In a boxin'. I bought 2 boxin' of donuts. If you guys know who Brian Regan is, then you'll get that quote. I also have a Flaky figurine. All of my figurines, basically almost everything in my room is packed away. The only thing I have left in here is my fish tank, and my bed. And a few other things, but most of my room is pretty much not in here anymore. Alright. But you can take me all the way. Take me all the way. Yeah, I've been hearing things about this new Marshmello thing. This new Marshmello musical artist. I wish I got that reference, Gracie. I haven't listened to any of Marshmello's songs, or maybe I have and I just don't know that it's them. But anyway, I get that feeling. Like I am like there's a ship, Flaky and Splendon't. Please don't tell any Flaky Splendon't shippers that I said this, but I absolutely, positively, undeniably hate that ship. I hate it so much. It makes me so mad, and it disgusts me. I'm sorry. I can't rant to this about anyone because then they're going to tell me their opinions and I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. I know that sounds very selfish, but I just don't want to hear it. That's why I just think it's better to keep my feelings to myself. But, God, I feel so gross. I'm sorry. Forget that I said anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I am just horrible. I am trash. I hate myself. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Don't say anything bad about what I like. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything. I didn't. Oh, I'm a bad person. I'm so selfish. I am really, really a bad person. Yes, I am. I'm so rude. I'm rude and disrespectful. This is why my mom and I don't have a good relationship. I keep saying that we need to start mending our relationship by spending time together, but she says that every time she ever tried to spend time with me, we always get into a fight and we yell at each other. And maybe she's right. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Do you like that ship? I'm sorry. 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 I get mad at myself for having opinions. Just please do not tell Rogue that I said this, Rogue Raccoon on Amino, because I know it's one of her OTPs, and I don't want her to think less of me because I really like her art. She got me to like a ship that I previously hated, 2 ships in fact. But seriously, I know, but like I'm so bad because I'll rant out my opinions, but whenever someone else rants out their opinions about something that I like possibly, then it just makes me feel so upset and I feel like I can't really just opinions. That's another reason why I am literally scared of people because they have opinions and thoughts of their own. And I know that I shouldn't talk because I am a person and I have opinions and thoughts of my own, but like it makes me feel so selfish. I feel so selfish a lot. By the way, if you guys did not know this, this yellow green colored pencil, I actually had others just like this one, the exact same shade, exact same brand, and I used it to color Flippy on the earlier pages, but it just looked so gross and disgusting, probably because my art style back then was really cringy. But now that I've developed my art style a little better, the color actually looks better on him. Me too, Sugar Cookie. Me too. I mean, telling opinions is part of life, but still, you can't help but be a little bit scared too because you're afraid that people are going to judge you for being, well, you. I mean, that's not to say that I hate Splendont. I mean, yeah, he is a jerk and kind of a dick at times, but he's actually he's actually pretty vigilant. Like I'm sorry to say this, but he actually does a better job at being the hero than Splendid because, you know, he's a lot more he uses his common sense just a little bit more, but at the same time, he's very arrogant and he's very selfish because he won't bother to help anybody unless it's for his own personal gain, it seems. Oh, Bunny Balloon, you're here. Please hold me. Please send me a virtual hug. I really need one right now. Yeah. I totally didn't notice that spelling error until now. I started working on the second part of my two-shot lemon fan fiction between Flippy, Flaky, and of course Flickpy, and I stopped at a line that I was writing. The line went a little something like Flickpy was asking Flippy, "So, how was she?" I bet you I can't even say it. It made me smack myself silly. I'm just like, I can't believe I even typed him saying that. What am I doing with myself? Thanks. Oh my gosh, I can hear Moves Like Jagger playing. I love Moves Like Jagger. It's such a good song. It's one of the Maroon 5's best songs. Yes, tight hugs. God, my arms are cold. Probably because my room is cold. Like, literally, in all the years that we've lived in this house, we've lived in this house for 3 years, okay? In the 3 years that we've lived in this house, I have always complained that my my room is like the freaking tundra. If you guys don't know what the tundra is, the tundra is like a frozen, barren place where there's not many trees and not a whole lot of living things. At least I don't think there's a whole lot of living things. I mean, I know there might be like a moose. There like might be mooses there. Moosin! I saw a flock of moosin! There were many of them in the woods, many much moosin. They were out in the woods, in the woodsin. The meese want the food and in the wooden isn't. In the food and the wooden isn't. It's okay, we're not talking about it anymore, Floor. We're just talking about other stuff, like how I can never find any matching socks in my house. I'm distracting you with a piece of laundry. Oh, it's inside out. Sorry, this is gonna bug me. That needs to become a joke. Okay, that needs to become a well-known joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What did I say? Like, literally, what did I say? Oh my gosh. Okay. Part 1 done. Okay. I've got all the pages necessary for part 1 to be done, but I still have to post the remaining pages and then edit them together with sounds. I still need to edit the pages together with sounds, music, and tiny bits of voice acting. If you guys saw in the preview for Chapter 4, I did tiny bits of voice acting for Lammy and Splendid. Actually, it's gray with purple stripes on it. Yeah, I'm distracting you with a piece of laundry. Well, the thing about the voice acting for my comics is that I only do like 1 or 2 lines or little sounds like squeals. You might notice on Chapter 1 that I did little gasping and little whimpering sounds for Flaky, like and I edit these pages together on Video Show. I don't have fancy schmancy editing software. Cute little frosted flake. Cute little frosted flaky. I kind of want to get working on the next few pages, but at the same time, I kind of want to go through what I've done so far. I don't really think that this is the best. Well, that's very nice of you, but I really don't think now is the best time for me to get fancy schmancy editing software because number one, we're moving, and number two, I don't know if I'm gonna have internet for a long time, and I also my computer is also needs fixing, and I just oh my god. Anxiety! I'm having anxiety! Look at this. Look at this fool. Look how Twitter-pated he is. He has cartoon hearts flying around his head. Look at this Twitter-pated dude. He is so freaking... He's just like... And if someone were to come up to him, Flippy, he would just be like... And then just like, Flippy... Flippy, and he'd just be like, ah! Yeah, I have a lot of anxiety too. I suffer from anxiety, depression, autism, basically a bunch of shit. The baby's crying! The baby's crying! Baby! Crying! He's crying! I feel so bad. Like, my cousin, my favorite cousin, my best friend in the whole wide world, she tortures her characters, okay? She tortures them. She freaking tortures them to oblivion. She gives them sad, depressing backstories. And she freaking, she tortures them, and she'll like put a character in a scenario where it's practically gonna have bamboo shoots stuck under its nails. Yes, I'll get out while I still can. Wolverine, launch! I just threw myself onto a hardwood floor. Not a good choice. Dark hallway, I'm scared. Ow, I just hit my freaking elbow. God dang it. Oh, holy mother of everything that is good and holy in this world, which isn't much because Donald Trump is our president. Son of a gun. Oh, lost myself for a second there. Whoops. Hey, Insanity Jack, welcome. Sorry you had to arrive in the middle of me having a freak out. Oh man, I can't feel my elbow. It's not even my elbow, it was like this part. It was like my funny bone. It's so... I just realized I make a good, death metal singer, just like... Sorry. I don't know what I'm looking at. There's nothing to look at in my room except a wall! And now he's angry. He is so angry. I can't, oh yeah. On the back of this page, I was bored, so I sketched Flippy doing like this cute little smile. It's so cute, but his teeth are so primitive. When you're in a jam and you don't know what to do, just think, what would Jesus do? Turn someone you hate into a fish. Just, begone, Satan! Hello, Shamo. That's from Jeff Dunham. Love changes as you get older. You go from wanting to make out in a car to wanting to run over each other with a car. You guys want to read the entire first part of chapter 4? You guys want to read what we have so far? I have a form of autism. It's called Asperger syndrome. Yes, it's a real thing. It's spelled Asperger and then syndrome. Asperger syndrome. It's a form of autism that I have. Let's read what I have so far, okay? Of course, we've got the cover. We've got Petunia here looking at Lammy and Handy with pure jealousy. And as you can see, if you look closely at her eyes, you'll notice that it's gray around the edges. That means that her broken emotion syndrome has kicked in. And then we've got these two hanging out here, starting to become good friends. I should mention that Petunia starts to become jealous because she thinks that Lammy and Handy are starting to become a couple, but that's not the case. Although, Handy does kind of develop a small, tiny little crush on Lammy. Just a small one. And, well, yeah, he kind of develops a tiny crush on her. But she doesn't feel the same way. She already is in love with someone else, but Handy develops a tiny crush on her. And then we've got Flippy. He's hugging Flaky and petting her quills. God, look how big I made her quills. I swear, she looks just like a spike ball. She's a spike ball. A frosted spike ball, if that makes any kind of sense. Now, I should warn you, this first page I'm going to show you, this is actually an older page. It was actually at a time that my art style was still developing, so it looks just a little bit different. And the separation lines for the panels are just simple lines. They're not like boxed lines. And their legs look a lot thinner. Okay, we've got a Lammy here contemplating stuff, and then she gets surprised by Splendid's voice. Then she just sees him hovering a few feet in the air. And then we've got a little. Sometimes I can't fit actual faces and texts on a panel, so I just do little lines of dialogue. And then he's telling her that he didn't find Flaky or Flickpy yet, and she's a little disheartened by that. I always did like drawing Lammy a whole lot. And then he notices her sad expression, and he's just like, oh. And he feels kind of guilty for not being able to find them right away. And then you've got Lammy here. If you don't know what that is, I tried to make it so she was. I tried to make it so she was standing like this with her hand kind of in this position, but that was like kind of a semi old art style. So she's meant to be going like this. She's meant to have a very troubled look on her face. And then you've just got these two, so tiny. He's just putting a hand on her shoulder, assuring her that they're going to find her soon. And this is a page where he addresses her with the nickname Lambs. He's just like, don't worry, Lambs, we'll find her. We've just got to stay determined and not give up, okay? And then as you can see, she's got like a lighthearted smile on her face. Lamb fam. And then we've got a pinup page here. We've got a pinup page of her hugging him. Now, you guys probably already know this, but I am not shipping Lammy and Splendid. Splendid is much, much, much older than Lammy. He's like 31. He should be in his 30s, but the curse has made his aging process stop at the age of 28, but he's still older than her. And Lammy at this point in the comic is 16. So she's still a kid, and he is a full grown adult man. I mean, not man, but adult tree friend, I guess you'd say. Either way, he's much older than she is. He would see her more as a little sister than a lover. And honestly, when I was first making this comic, I was not expecting for these two to grow close to each other as like a family relationship. I was not planning for that to happen. I was just planning a simple help me, help you rescue thing, but then I just started having ideas that these two could bond with each other as like a brother and sister. Plus, in this comic, Splendid, he says to himself that Lammy reminds him of his sister in this alternate universe. And here she's thanking him, like she's very much thanking him for all of his help. Look at those puppy eyes. Look at those puppy dog eyes. And look how giant her hair is. I never took into account how giant I made her hair. And he's just blushing, and he hears her saying thank you again, but with his sister's voice. And then he's got some star eyes, because he's just like, he really feels like it's his sister that he's talking to. And then you've got a confession down here that Splendid is not used to hugs. I have never... Sorry, guys, sorry about that. Can you guys see me? Is everything okay? Can you guys see me and can you hear me? I'm sorry about that. My mom called and she asked me to do a bunch of stuff. I just hate when people call me. I just wish there was a way I could stop people from calling me but still have my internet access. Because if I turn on airplane mode, then I won't have internet. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I am very, very deeply sorry about that. I'm super sorry. To quote Monica, I'm sorry. I'm gonna finish reading the entirety of, I don't know, and then I have to go do some stuff. Anyway, what I was saying was, I have never seen Splendid get hugged in the series. I've never seen anyone hug Splendid before. So I just have to assume that he's not used to getting hugs. Actually, in my alternate universe, that was Splendid's first hug in 20 years, okay? He has not had a hug from anyone in 20 years. That's pretty, it's pretty sad when you think about it. Can you just imagine not being hugged for a whole 20 years? And then we have Splendid just awkwardly excusing himself and not letting Lammy finish what she was going to say. I like that I have a little box here with his chibi head. It says, Splendid use exit stage right. Whoosh! It's super effective. I'm a sad potato that needs a hug, too. And then we've got Lammy just standing here, confused, and then she just... I really like this face and this pose I gave to her. It's so, I don't know. And she's just saying, oh, Splendid, everyone loves you, and yet you seem so alone. Yeah, I don't think Splendid actually has like an actual friend in the series. I mean, everyone loves and respects him as a hero and they love what he does for them, but I don't think anyone really knows him personally. I mean, the dude lives all on his own and it's just really sad. I think that's kind of the case with all superheroes. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that face. And then we just have Mr. Pickles tapping Lammy's leg, and he's trying to get her attention because he's worried about her. And she's just apologizing and saying she's okay, and she lifts him up into her hands so that they're facing each other. And then they just kind of nuzzle each other's foreheads. And then she says, "Come on, let's go home." But seriously, this nuzzle scene right here, it's so cute. Like, I love that these two care for each other so much. And then we've got Lammy's house. I've never seen Lammy's house from the outside, so I just gotta assume that it looks like a dome thing, and she's got a fence around it. And her mailbox has her name and Mr. Pickle's initials on it. It's completely dark, and then she just comes in and we see her silhouette, and then she clicks on the light switch. Yeah, I guess it kind of does look like an igloo. It does kind of look like an igloo, but it's not. It's not an igloo. It's made of stone. And then we've got her announcing her arrival, and then we've got Handy here, who does not have his hard hat on. I like his design better when he has visible ears, and I just gave him a little tuft of hair. I actually have a headcanon that all tree friends have at least some hair, like a little tuft of hair somewhere, possibly as kids, but eventually they grow out of it. Like in my headcanon, Giggles had some curls on the top of her head, but she eventually grew out of those. Go ahead, I'll check it out later. Or just send it to me. Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, sorry. I had to work that through in my head. And then she just asks him why he's still up late, and he said he wanted to stay awake until she came back, in case Petunia woke up and no one was there to take care of her, because Petunia is hurt, remember? And then he tries to get his hard hat, but of course he can't. And then he's just like, and Lammy's just nervously watching, and he's so frustrated. And then she just plops the hat on his head, and then he's just like, he just blushes a little because he tells her that he's not used to a girl helping him out other than his mom's sisters and Petunia. And then he says, "Come to think of it, I'm not used to much of anyone helping me out." And this strikes Lammy as very, very strange because she's just like thinking in her head, why does no one ever help him? Do they offer, or do they just not want to offer, or whatever? She just has so many questions because she's still technically the new girl. I know it's been a while since her debut, but we still haven't seen a whole lot of her. She's still the new girl of Happy Tree Friends, in my opinion, so I bet she just has a lot of questions about how things work around the town and how the people are, while the others have been with us since the very beginning of the show. And she's a new character, so like, she's like, what's the deal? Why is this? And then he's about to leave, and he says that if she ever needs his help again, she can just call. and she's just thinking about how she hasn't really interacted with Handy up until now, because like the only interaction they've had so far in the series is her accidentally running him over with his truck. You remember that episode? It was the first episode that she appeared in, and he's trying to open the door, but he can't, and she just kind of turns the knob a little bit so he'd only have to apply pressure to it to get it to open. And then she just actually offers for him to stay, and she could use his help, and she would want to get to know him a little better. She wants to try and make friends with him, because Lammy doesn't have a whole lot of friends in town, because like I said, she's still the new girl. Not this shit again. I mean, I'm surprised that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Han's problem because of how angry and pessimistic he is. And then she just reiterates the fact that they've only interacted to the point of her accidentally running him over, and up until now, that is. And he just thinks about it, and then he just blushes and says, "Oh, why not? Look at her happy face. Look how happy she is. Look at the happy little lamb. She's so cute." And then she just gives him a hug. Lammy is a very affectionate girl. I mean, she is still a kid, okay? She is 16 years old at this point in the comics, so of course she is very affectionate and caring, so she will give people hugs. And then she offers for him to sleep in one of her guest rooms. I actually had a lot of fun working on the hands on this page. Cause like, look at those finger poses, and then you've got the like emphasis hand pose. Like when you see a character holding up their hand like this, I'm pretty sure I would call that an emphasis hand pose, because you're putting emphasis on something. It's a very fun thing to do, where you're just like, oh well, I'd love to see that, Gracie. I'd love to see that. And then he just tells her good night. Look how cute she is! Oh, she's so cute! I'm sorry, but that face is just so adorable. Look how adorable she is. She's so cute! And she notes to herself that her friend quantity is going from stagnant to vibrant. Because that means that she's becoming a lot more social, and she's getting a lot more friends. Also, this is my version of what Lammy's room looks like. Of course, we've got a bed, we've got a girly looking bedspread, we've got a table and chairs and a tea set, and we've got a little lamp and a bedside table, and we've got her name, wooden letters that spell out her name on the wall. Fun fact, her bedspread is actually based off of a bedspread that I had once as a kid. I had these white pink polka dotted sheets, and I had this light pink blanket with this brown bordering around the edges. Sometimes I like to interpret things from my real life in my drawings, like settings that I see. Like, some of Flippy's kitchen is actually loosely based off of my own kitchen. The kitchen in this house, anyway. And throughout the years, I've had wooden letters spelling my name hung somewhere in my room. It's actually pretty fun to interpret your own version of what this world... Ah, son of a gunman! I will pump you! Pump! You are under arrest! No! I only have 2 hands. Hi, Bella. Don't worry, guys. I've got them stable. No, you are mine. You will not cause me any problems. I am trying to have a life without the likes of you ruining it. Yes. The hug compels you to stop barking. Now stop the barking. I'm sorry, Sugar Cookie. Oh yes, I do know Andrew WK. And by that I mean I've listened to one song by him, and that song is You Better Get Ready to Die. Because I just am. Anyway, we've got Lammy here, and she's asking Mr. Pickles to get her pajamas. And then she's just saying thanks. And look at her jammies. Those are actually Care Bear-esque pajamas. And that's actually Love-A-Lot Bear's tummy symbol. And you might notice that marking on her back. That's a birthmark. That's very important to her past and what her destiny is in my alternate universe, but that's for another story. And then she's just holding Mr. Pickles like he's her baby. And in a way, Lammy is kind of like a mother figure to Mr. Pickles because she takes care of him, and you know, she takes care of him. She looks at him so lovingly too. Lammy has a poster in her bedroom. All right, bye, Miles. Hang on, Mom. Be right back. What is it, Mom? Whoa. What you want out of what I Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, my dad. Yeah, really. Yeah, I will come nothing. As in, where's the bit other? Sorry, I just need to get past it. Missy, come on. What? Get away from me! Hey, Misty, get back here. Andrea the gamer. Welcome. Yes. Hey. Sorry. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. My mom needed more than expect. The palm thing will continue! You will not escape me, or I will escape you! I'm dying. Tell my story. Yes. I'll die as soon as I get into a comfortable position. Okay, now I'm dead. Yeah, okay. I'm tired of being dead. I came back to life magically because I'm so awesome. No, I'm not. I suck. Ugh. Rawr. Anyway. I scared her. But seriously, what I said. I'll die as soon as I get into a comfortable position. Anyway. So does my mom. She's just like, rawr. Anyway. Anyway. As I was saying, I like how I made them put their like top hat and the bow on the bedside table. And she's just Lammy's just talking about how she doesn't understand everything that's happening and how she thinks that something's bothering Splendid. And she just turns on her side and she says, "I just don't get it." And then Mr. Pickles, he just kisses her nose. And she's like, "You're right, I'm worrying too much." And then he just kind of communicates to her that he thinks that she likes Handy. And she's just like, "You think I like Handy?" Quiet! Quiet! You be quiet! Don't come into my lap! I said come. Alright, that's it. You leave me no choice. You get over here! I don't even have to move hardly. What, Mom? Sit down. You're going to bed. Sorry, Misty won't stop bothering me. I shall keep this dog occupied. Ah, don't lick my neck. That feels weird. Your nose is so cold and wet. You take that. Why did I throw my brassiere at her? Yeah, it is kind of anger-inducing that a character just gets upset over something that's not even true, and in my heart there is no room. Sorry, This Day Area is playing on my MP3 player over there. Anyway, we just got Petunia listening in, and then when she just hears Lammy say that he is really cute and that Petunia is lucky to have her, because Lammy doesn't know that Petunia and Handy are broken up. And it just makes her so upset and jealous. And she just leaves before she hears the last part. She's just limping with her hurt foot. And then she says that she has someone else in mind. She has not met Mime face to face, but she knows how she feels about him. Mine, all mine. Oh, it's so weird. And then we've got, look at them snuggling. I don't know why it makes me so happy to see a sheep and a pickle cuddling. You're so cute. And then we've got Petunia in the other guest room. She's just... Yep, look at her eyes. They're gray around the edges. If they become completely gray, then the broken emotion syndrome will have taken complete effect. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't be cured from that part either, but... Hey, Nala. Still, it's a lot harder to... Yes. Of course I remember that. And then we've got the next day. Look at that tree. That's a very shitty drawn tree. And look at the freaking clouds. Can you say second grader? And then we've got the sleeping Floof boy. Do you see how his chest floof just sticks out of the blanket? And he's so cute when he's sleeping. And And then he just turns over and lightly opens his eyes and he sees Flaky. And he's so tired at this point. He's so tired in the mornings that he doesn't realize at first that his girlfriend is in the bed next to him and that he's not wearing his pajamas. Oh, I can't wait to draw Flippy in his pajamas later. He looks so cute in his jammies. Really. I always say that I have a good excuse for making the backgrounds and everyone looks so cartoony because the show itself has a very cartoony art style. And that's what throws you off. And then we've got him just snuggling down into his covers again, thinking it's just Flaky. And then he's just like, wait. And then he's just like, what? Look at this panicked boy's face. Look at his chest. Look how fuzzy he is. I'm sorry, but I think that at this point, instead of having him being very muscular, I have him being very fluffy. Sorry, I'm weird. I seriously have a problem. And he's just questioning why he doesn't have any clothes on, because Flippy sleeps with pajamas on at night. He feels kind of naked without his jammies. Fubby. You guys and your ridiculous words. Now, I love the panicked heartbeat thing in the background. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And he's just like, oh god, please don't tell me that I... And he just panics and goes to pull back the covers. Look at Flaky. She's just so cute. Whenever I draw Flaky sleeping, I always have this onomatopoeia thing that says delicate breathing, because when Flaky sleeps, her breathing is very light and delicate. Because she's a very delicate girl. And he just stands up on his knees. He just looks at her legs and he doesn't see any fluids, so he knows that everything's okay. And he's just like, thank God. I love he's just like gripping his chest and he's just kind of gripping his fluff. It's so cool. I don't know why it's very satisfying to look at. And then he's just like, wait, her ankle is broken. Oh God, what happened? I don't know why I like that face so much. Like, what is it about that face? And then he realizes, I mean, when you have a murderous alter ego who shares your body with you, and you find your girlfriend in bed next to you, and she has a broken ankle, well, your mind would automatically go to the conclusion that he must have had something to do with it, and in a sense, he kind of did. Oh boy, face transition. Look how mad he looks. We've got that eye twitching, and then he's just clenching his fists, and then he's just, oh my gosh, he looks so angry. God, his face is so pissed. Yes. God, it's so creepy. He's so freaking angry, and I love it. Oh my gosh, he's so angry, and I love it. And then in his bathroom, he just slams the door open. And then he says, he has to the lowest point. God, he's such an asshole. Oh God, that eye twitch. Do you see this? Do you see this boy? Oh, hey, Nana, welcome. Do you even see this boy? He's just like, hey, you get out here. You and I have to talk. And then he's just like, oh my God. He's such a dick. He's just like, why, hello there, Flippy. Did you sleep well? God, he's such an asshole. He's such an asshole. Look at this dude. Look at this dude's smug little freaking grin. And he's holding his hand to his chest. He's just like, hello. It's so freaking dumb. He's such an asshole. He is a badass. And then we've got him growling and rasping. It's okay. Oh god. You asshole. You're just like, uh-oh, that's not a happy face. Let me guess, I did something that really pisses you off. And he's like, you can say that again! God, he's so freaking rude. This dude is so rude. And then he just vents to him. Look at that hair. I want that hair. I want to fluff that hair. Yeah, he's just like, you are just sick. You kill innocent people for fun. You insult them to gain power, and you even ate Giggles. It's so, it's so freaking bad. These two hate each other so much. I have a feeling that Flippy hates him more, though. Alright. Have fun in the bath. And then he's just, like, looking down at his hand. God, look at his face. He's so freaking... He's so bad! Look at him. Alright then. I just never thought even you'd stoop to the levels of rape. And then he's just like, oh, I raped somebody? And then he's just like, don't play dumb, shithead! You know what you did! Oh, it's so bad. I just love watching these two go at each other's throats. I know it's kind of sick, but it's really entertaining to watch. God just stands his ground and he points at him. I love this face. Like, what is this face? Look how freaking... He just looks like such a smug bastard. God, look at his face. Oh my gosh. Yes. You hurt Flaky and violated her. I bet you even cleaned your dirty fluids off to make me think otherwise. That's gross! How dare you! Sans is not really... He's too lazy to want to be in a relationship, okay? I mean, I'm all for fan shipping, but what people need to also realize is that he's too lazy to be in a relationship with someone. But I still ignore that fact as well. Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to go through it again. Just gives me a nostalgia trip, you know? God! I keep saying it, but that face is like a demon. It's like a demon's face. Come on, put him back in order, put him back in order. Oh. Why do I like that face? Look at him. Look at this smug asshole. Him and his primitive teeth. And the rain, she stands hard as a stone. Well, I think I'm gonna end off the stream. I'm gonna post the remaining pages. No, wait. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna take pictures of the pages. I'm going to edit them, and then I'm going to post the next part as soon as I possibly can. Alright. I gotta go. Bye.